So the focus of this video, guys, is to show you how to mark out for your 80mm offset. Now, I've already done it on my board. This will be in my workshop. You'll actually might set it up if you're in a different campus as well. And we want to mark it out. And this is as we do that bridge, as we do our two double offsets, it gives us a reference point, something we can bend to, and it makes our life so much easier. Now, I'm going to do it in a bit of paper, using a thick marker pen, just because it's easier for you guys to see in this video. The stuff that might help you, you could do it with a tape measure. We're going to use a square and a ruler. Again, the square's not necessary, but it can help. So a little bit of trig, if we're looking for an 80mm offset, that means that at 45 degrees, sorry, if we're looking for an 80mm offset at 45 degrees, that means that two of our lengths of our triangles, we do this, are going to be 80mm. So we can use that to help us draw out for our offset. The way I've done it is I've used the bottom of my board, will be the bottom of my conduit, and then that line is still going to be the bottom of my conduit. That'll be the bottom, and then you get the point. So my marks are to the bottom. You could potentially, if this is 20mm conduit, we could lift that line 10mm up, make that line to 900, and I could do it to the centre. And that would be fine as well. That would work. So, if we treat this bottom bit of the paper, that's going to be the bottom of our conduit. I'm going to treat this bit here. Actually, I'll come in slightly, but I'm going to start drawing it from here. Come in from the edge of your board a little bit. If you're just doing this in your own work, come in from the edge of your board a little bit first. Just for the purpose of marking out, I'm going to use this as my start point. I'll then come in 80mm. I could then use my square and draw a faint line coming up. It's hard for me to draw a faint line with this marker pen. On that line, mark 80mm. And then I join the two dots. Now what you'd find, this line from here to here will be 80mm, this line from here to here will be 80mm. You could have done this at the start, but I'll do it now. We're also going to want a second line. As you see in my mark here, we want a second line going across. So I put a few dots at 80mm. I've already got this mark here at 80mm, and I join the dots. If I wanted to improve my accuracy, I could do a couple more at 80mm as well, and then do a line of best fit. So, for purpose of this task, to get underneath our switch, I want to come along 120mm. So along that line, come across 120mm. There's 120mm there. And then I could go along again, 80mm, and that's just going to take me off the board. So just for sake of this, I'm going to go to that point there, but it should be slightly longer because I've just ran out of paper, and I don't want to use this marker pen on my actual board. It should look like this. So if we pretend that mark there was 80, I've actually used 60. Again, I could draw a wee line using my square. And then I join from that point there. I wanted 120mm, then I want an 80mm offset. And I join the dots again. So what I have, just want to put a wee mark here as well. So from this point to this point here, there's a dotted line. I have marked out 80mm. Now, from this point here to this point here, that should also be 80mm. I ran out of paper, so mine's actually 60mm, but it should be 80mm. The bit in between is what I determined would be good enough for me to get underneath my switch, which, unless your lecturer tells you different, I'd like about 120mm. So hopefully if I take an offset, did a little bit earlier. It's hard to get perfect, but you get the idea. And I'll have a switch in the middle here. Thanks for watching.